Hello, welcome back to Rockvalley. Doing it again, just picking up where we left off. Figure this out as we go. I started building a ore mining industry right there in the tiniest little pocket between, in the tiniest little pocket of land here on that side of the highway. So, before I get into the topic for today that I'm going to talk about today, I want to just say the normal YouTube things like subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and most importantly, comment. If you hear this, let me know if there's something I should talk about. If you've heard me talk about something and you want to hear more of it. If you want to hear more politics, or you want to hear how to make a chocolate pie, or you want to hear something about parenting or getting sober, let me know and I will talk about those things. Or if you just want me to shut up and talk about the game, I can do that. I can do that too. So let me know. I want to produce some content that people will actually enjoy somewhat. I mean, again, this is just for me to do something with my time, my effort, you know. So, again, but I'm not that selfish. I'm not so selfish that I don't want anybody to enjoy this or any of that, you know, because this is so enjoyable. Excuse me. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go over an Instagram thing that I started talking about the other day, which has gone further. I have an unread reply that I'm going to go over in this video. Live. It's not live for you, but it's live for me. And the post is, not sure about, it's another one of those tweets just transferred over to Instagram. Not sure about you guys, but I'm starting to think the government that says nurses don't deserve pay raises and that children should starve may not have the nation's best interests in mind. Someone commented, "We have been convinced that the government isn't there to help us, even though that's the entire point of a government. The entire point of a government is to help us." I said, "That's not the point of government." She said, "Then what is it? If not to better our lives, what is the point of having a government? Y'all will lick that boot even after it stomps your face in." That doesn't make much sense, but okay. It said, "To protect my God-given inalienable rights, to ensure the least amount of obstacles in the pursuit of bettering my own life, your bootlicking statement makes no sense. Whose boot?" Because really, how is wanting less government a form of bootlicking at all? So, anyways, the next day, someone jumps in. Now, I want to point out, the comment did not relate to the post. Specifically. It related to the post in that they are both about government, but it didn't relate to the post specifically. So, the argument shifted from the specific, should government pay nurses or feed children, shifted from that to just the broader, what is the point of government? The point of government is to help people. I think that's wrong, so I said that. And then I said what I thought the point of government was. So that's I want that to be clear. We've moved away from the post. None of this is about the post. The argument is about the role of government. Okay. I don't know what happened here. I missed some time, forgot to record something. So, we're 1,000 people ahead. Anyways. So the next day, someone chimes in with an irrelevant comment says, access to food is literally a human right, LMAO. Which received 4 likes. How do these ridiculous comments get 4 likes? Get any likes? Anyways, doesn't matter. And I said, I think you meant to leave this comment, or this incorrect reply on another comment. I didn't say anything about food. The comment right below the one that we're on is about food. It's not the government's job to feed your children. So I assumed he meant to leave it there. No, meant to leave it on mine. He said, you said a government is there to protect your rights. The right to food is there to protect all people from hunger, food insecurity, and malnutrition. Which, that's just dumb. That doesn't even make any sense. Protect your right. The right to food is there to protect people from hunger, food insecurity, and malnutrition. I mean, yes, that's what food does. I mean, God. Anyways, the right to food does not imply that governments have an obligation to hand out free food to everyone who wants it, or a right to be fed. However, if people are deprived of access to food for reasons beyond their control, for example, because they are in detention in times of war or after natural disasters, the right requires the government to provide food directly. We are in a global pandemic, which means the government is obliged to provide food to those who need it, or at the very least provide a means for them to access food. This post is about food. Your ignorance of that is concerning to me. Yeah, no leftist comment would be complete without an insult. Then I said, I was replying to the idea expressed in the comment, not the post itself. The idea, what is the broad point of government? And he's taking it in a food is a human right. Like he's trying to change it. He's trying to change the topic to human rights. This assumption that food is a human right, access to food is a human right. He's trying to change the argument to something like that and tie it back into the post, but none of this had anything to do with the post. And I said, I was replying to the idea, okay, I thought that was pretty obvious given the comment didn't relate to the post either. Now, replace every instance of the word food in your argument with bear arms, and I bet you don't feel the same way. I could be wrong, though. Someone else chimes in later. You won't die if you don't have a gun. They're not a need, they are a luxury. It's a right to be able to own one, but the government shouldn't give them to everyone. But the government shouldn't give them to everyone because, again, they are a luxury, not a need. Jeez. Food, shelter, water, medical care, etc. are needs and should be provided by the government either for free, paid via taxes, idiot, or extremely cheap, again, made cheap via taxes, idiot. Then he says, also, you may not have realized, but this is about UK politics, not US. We don't have the right to bear arms here. You can get a gun in a few scenarios like hunting or if you're a farmer. Now, what in the world? Oh, my phone bill's ready. Thanks for the updates. Okay, so that, what a contradiction. Free, paid for by taxes. What? Okay. And then I kind of assumed the whole paying nurses thing, I thought that we were talking about England. Just kind of assumed that, but I didn't, it was never expressed. And we're not talking about any country specifically. Okay, to that I said, I'm not entirely sure if you think, because they said needs. These are needs. I'm not entirely sure if you think food, shelter, water, medical care, etc. are needs or rights. That's an argument in itself that I wasn't having. You think government should provide your vaguely defined needs with other people's money paid via taxes. I think government should protect your God-given rights from being infringed by people or the government itself. Case in point, the 1689 UK Bill of Rights, which recognized the ancient right that Protestants may have arms for their defense suitable to their conditions and as allowed by law. The allowed by law part has been used to render the right to bear arms completely useless. Wow, I spent the whole video getting to this point. I'll read his reply, and maybe next time I'll give you what I think. He said, I was saying they are both, okay, needs and rights. The government should do its best to provide them, starting from the most vulnerable and poor, i.e. people stuck in poverty or unable to provide for themselves. Okay. I mean, yes and no. The people who can't provide them for themselves, yes. Like the mentally and physically incapable. I kind of agree with that. I don't necessarily see a problem with it. I don't know. I guess I'll have to hash this out in the next video. Again, let me know what to talk about.